Wayne County is among the top 10 counties in the nation, seeing a sharp drop in population. That's according to new census data.
It ranks the county at number 9 in the country for the loss of population last year. More than 7,700 people left Wayne County between July of 2022 and July of last year. Nearly 43,000 people have left since 2020.
So, where is everyone going? 8 counties in Texas made the top 10 list for population gain.
So joining us now live via Zoom is Kurt Metzger with Data Driven Detroit. Thank you for being here with us.
Good afternoon. Thank you.
Yeah, so pretty shocking
Pleasure.
numbers. What are we finding in terms of what could be driving this many people out?
Well, I think if you just listen to the weather forecast, that might have something to do with it. We might have lost a few more people after that. It is a continued, this Wayne County's population loss has been going on for decades, and in fact was much worse during the recession in the 2000, between 2005 to 2010. And actually, the loss between 2022 and 23 was the lowest in the last few years, and back to kind of a usual loss of population. We are losing because more people are moving out than moving in. We're losing population to, as was said, Texas, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Alabama, Florida. And we're losing, obviously, retirees are going to Arizona and to Florida, but you're seeing a lot of young people, certainly college graduates, are heading out looking for other opportunities in other parts of the country. They're looking for climate. We are going to be a climate magnet by 2050, we hear, but that's quite a few years from now, and people aren't looking that far in the distance. So they're going where it's warmer. They're going where there are new, vibrant cities with a lot of housing opportunities, transit opportunities, kind of a much more dynamic, much more congested and vital areas. The jobs are moving there. People are following the jobs. Once success kind of breeds success, and you start to get that base of young talent, and more jobs just keep filtering into those areas. And for years, we've been trying to do that here, and we're still struggling.
So, Kurt, if this trend continues, what would you say is at stake?
What would I say? What?
What is at stake? What's the risk if this trend continues?
Well, and let me add, Wayne County is part of a 7-county metropolitan area. And that metropolitan area is not growing either. And in fact, overall, it's lost 40,000 people since 2020. Oakland County's lost population. Macomb County has just gained slightly. Lapeer, Livingston, and St. Clair aren't doing much either. And what that means is we're sitting here with a rapidly aging population. And this is a state issue as much as a Wayne County, as much a metropolitan Detroit issue. Not so much on the west side of the state. In the Kent, Grand Rapids area is very vital and very growing. But we're seeing births kind of going down. We're seeing deaths going up. We're lucky that we're getting immigrants and in pretty decent numbers, that we've been getting back to what we were seeing last decade. But we have to start to turn this ship around, and the chamber has been working on it. The state has been working on it. Obviously, when we're talking about growing Michigan, you have to grow Wayne County. Wayne County and the city of Detroit drive Michigan. And if you can't put your efforts and design your programming and target your efforts toward Wayne County and Detroit, you're just going to continue to see this kind of out-migration of young talent to other parts of the country. And we will not be able to get the jobs of the future coming in here. We won't be able to build upon Ford Motor Company's work and a lot of the work around battery and technology, but we're competing against metro areas that are working very vitally together, that are, have large regional transit opportunities, which have a lot of the characteristics of areas that young people want. And we still don't have that coordinated effort at the region, and we still don't have the transit. We still don't have the housing diversity. We have a lot of work to do,
With that being
and we don't
said,
have much.
what is the
And we don't have a
first?
lot of time. I'm sorry.
Sure. With that being said, what is the first step in trying to change the narrative so that we can retain more of the population?
Well, one thing we have to do is get together as a region. I mean, certainly the state has this effort, but as soon as the state came out with some very interesting ideas, we heard politicians say it's going to cost money and they're just going to ask for money, and that's dead on arrival. We need the various segments of this region, for instance, and these have to be regions across the state. We have metro areas, we have urban areas across the state. We have to come up coordinated efforts. We can't just have the big four, the heads of the counties and then the mayor of Detroit come together and just talk about plans. We have to have them working together. Detroit has really turned around and now is a very vital city, and it can form the center of a vital region, but we still have to start talking about how do we get transit? How do people get from where they want to live to the various job centers that are distributed in Novi and Farmington Hills and Southfield and Auburn Hills and Washtenaw County? How do we get people who want to live in Detroit but have a job out in Novi? How do we get that kind of connection? How do we start to make it easy for people to live where they want to live and still be able to work in this region without having to buy a car, pay extremely high insurance rates? We need these kinds of options, but we can't wait because these systems are being built across the country. People are competing for immigrants across the country. We have to come together. We can't, the city of Detroit can't do it alone, and nor can Oakland County. As I said, Oakland County has always talked about a dynamic county. Yes, it has jobs, but it's losing population because it doesn't have affordable housing, and there are a number of issues around taxes, et cetera. Right. So it's that coordinated kind of come together and start to work together to try to start attracting people.
Yeah, a complicated issue, but a story we will continue following. Kurt Metzger with Data Driven Detroit, thanks so much for joining us today.
My pleasure. Thanks.